Good afternoon, friends. I'm in continuation with my new series today, which I had started some time back. This will be covering most of the judgments which I laid hands on, and today we'll be covering some judgments regarding Ferozpur cantonment. This is a property called Bungalow number OGB 50, civil suit 91 of 1987. The date of decision was 23rd August 1999, 8. So this bungalow was resumed and a compensation of 41,633 was given on 3rd November 1986. So honestly, the lady Mrs. Ripudaman Kaur, who claimed herself to be an owner, she went into the court, filed a suit for declaration against this. So there were some issues made which I will read. So it was that whether an issue was made under clause 6 of the GGO 179/1836, resumption can be done. Whether the HOR is owner, whether the resumption notice or the issue of compensation of land underneath the suit property is of whom, whether the suit is barred by PP Act under section 10 and 15 of 1971, whether GGO 179 is upheld. There was another issue whether plaintiffs were owners of the structure alone. And a very important issue was made whether the admission deed exceeds the rights of the owner. The bungalow owner showed his sale deed of 25th August 1949, where the sale deed clearly said it is purchasing land along with building. In this entire case, the most important part which I read was that the owner actually emphatically fought for that PP Act under section 10 and 15 of 1971 PP Eviction Act cannot be influxed on her. So she was simultaneously fighting on these two issues, whether she was the owner, whether GGO was applicable, and whether PP Act. So this was an amazing case, and the issues were very well dealt. And finally, yes, the bungalow owner won, but with some, the bungalow owner lost. On what ground she lost? She only lost on a ground of admission here. So the lower court did not pay heed of much of the facts of the case. An appeal was filed, CS number 1 of 1991. So the whole case came up again, issues was again set up. And very important in this appeal, the lady had filed some interrogatories under order 11 rule 1 of CPC, and on oath of affidavit the MEO of the Union of India had to reply them, which they had not done. The Honorable Session Court under the Evidence Act 144 actually took this point seriously and said if interrogatories are not answered under oath, the entire evidence produced by the defendant, that is Union of India, falls, because production of document in the form of interrogatories were not done. So admission taken by either Ripudaman Kaur or a predecessor become null and void. During this case, there was already a case of Hardarshan Sahi under an LPA of 1774, which was basically based on principles of natural justice, that compensation was not derived at and was made without the assimilation of the HOR. So the court had overturned this LPA. Finally, this appeal of Ripudaman Kaur was upheld. An SLP was filed and there was a one-line order, it was dismissed of Union of India. So friends, if people can fight, people in 1974 were fighting like Ripudaman Kaur, why can't we? So we need to jumble ourselves Now, what is the status of this bungalow number 50 today in Ferozpur? Somebody in Ferozpur can only tell me about it. So, once again, I would say if there is anything to be done in this case, we were old grants, we are not owners of these properties, because old grant itself says that we were the proprietors of this land. So, we don't need to prove, because the GLR itself speaks of old grant. So, get in touch with me. Thank you. Good day.